We bring more than 30 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
Live the hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage. Imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
Introducing McDowell's Moringa, a natural supplement made from the Moringa oleifera, which contains more than 92 nutrients and 46 types of antioxidants. Moringa is said to cure about 300 diseases and almost have all the vitamins found in fruits and vegetables. Moringa contains 30 anti-inflammatories, 18 amino acids, and 9 essential amino acids. Moringa nourishes the immune system, promotes healthy circulation, supports normal glucose levels, contains natural anti-aging benefits, provides anti-inflammatory support, promotes healthy digestion, promotes heightened mental clarity, boosts energy without caffeine, encourages balanced metabolism, promotes softer skin, provides relief from acne, and supports normal hormone levels. Moringa has no documented side effects. Moringa, the miracle herb, available at Health Service Center.
You're watching MBC.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Papa's Kaiso Corner. Of course, it's really good to be back, if I may say so. We've had a very busy and challenging February. The show was off for a few Saturdays. My most humble apologies to our many viewers. There was Legacy, then came Independence, then came Odyssey, and we had a few challenges, but we're back on air and we are ready to rumble. Or many fans have been inquiring as to what's been happening, Papa. What's on? We're not on this year, man. We on. Kaiso Corner is on. As long as I have the breath of life, I will be here with you. Yeah, so once again, good evening to joining us here tonight. Of course, you could share the live. You could also call a friend to call a friend to tell a friend that the corner is back on air. Yes, indeed. I want to start off tonight, of course, with some sad news. This week I got to hear of the passing of another St. Lucia giant. Not too long ago, we lost Dennis James, a musical pioneer who has been from the 60s. He had been entertaining St. Lucia and the world at large. And then Malcolm Lux McGarren, another St. Lucian who has made a real valid contribution to the reggae fraternity. Yeah, he passed. And this week, I got to find out of the passing of another icon here in St. Lucia. And yes, I was greeted with the sad news of the passing of steel band pioneer, steel band legend, Leonard Scrub Wellington. I mean, Scrub is no stranger to the steel band fans in St. Lucia, steel band enthusiasts. He taught pan, he invented pan, if I may say so, one of our first pan tuners here in St. Lucia. We did an extensive, documentary on Scrub a couple of years ago because we had not heard about Scrub for a while, and many people were of the opinion that Scrub had passed, but Scrub was right there at Bernard Hill, Conway. And when we got to find out, we did a feature on Scrub and his contribution to steel band in St. Lucia. And in 2003, for our St. Cecilia's Lifetime Achievement Awards, Scrub received the Steel Band Pioneer Legend Award. And, I must say that, that excited some of our sponsors, the Michel brothers. Especially, I want to say goodnight to, of course, John Michel of Michel Electrical, Carlos Michel of Michel's Custom Brokerage, and also Costello and Mario. And when the Michel brothers got to find out that we were giving an award to Scrub, which normally comes with a $500 cash incentive, the brothers got together and each of them made a contribution, and we were able to give Scrub a $2,000 cash contribution. So once again, I want to thank the Michel brothers who appreciated Scrub because their children passed through the halls of Scrub Steel Band University, if I may say so. And that was a really wonderful gesture. Well, Scrub Wellington has passed, and we want to send out our most sincere condolences to the Wellington family that is out there in Bernard Hill, Ivan and the rest of the family. Of course, we know Ivan, when you say follow in the footsteps of your father, well, Ivan would fit that, that mold very nicely. So we want to send out our most sincere condolences to the entire Wellington family. May Scrub rest in eternal peace. In doing some research on Scrub, I got a song which was released a few years ago by Lenny Stone, another St. Lucian legend in his own right, and the song really captures the entire lifetime and contributions of Scrub. So I thought it would be nice in our small tribute tonight to feature some of the music of not just Lenny, but also we're going to be listening to the North Stars Orchestra, which was the brainchild of Scrub, who was the founder of North Stars. Yeah, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to listen to that track by Lenny Stone, Tribute to Scrub.
It was back in the 50s on a hill. There in Castries stood a man with a pan, playing sweet songs for everyone. He became the pan maker for steel bands. In St. Lucia, made more pans in this land, much more than any other man. He was a master with the old drum. He taught us all about the art form. Let we pay special tribute to Scrub, I say, for his great contribution to pan music today. of his. Whole band members now renowned. Steel band leaders learn their skill from this man. In them his skill is through. Their bands give him praise and lend a hand. Let him know we understand sacrifice that he made in order to promote the pan. He was a master with the old drum. He taught us all about the art form. Let we pay a special tribute to Scrub, I say, for his great contribution to our music today. Now he sits in his corner looking on with great pleasure while his son carries on playing sweet songs as he has done, teaching pan to the nation and the young generation to make sure pan lives on and keep a family tradition. He was a master with the old drum. He taught us all about the art form. Let we pay a special tribute to Scrub, I say, for his great contribution to our music today. Was a master with the old drum. He taught us all about the art form. Let we pay a special tribute to Scrub, I say, for his great contribution to our music today.
Oh, yes, indeed. The unmistakable voice of our very own Lenny Stone, of course, doing a wonderful tribute there to Leonard Scrub Wellington. We saw some familiar faces there in that video who passed on also. Yes, indeed. The North Stars Orchestra, I mean, one of the most popular steel bands in St. Lucia, of course, was founded by Leonard. And the legacy has been continued over the years. We have some music from the North Stars Orchestra, again, doing one called Move the Speaker, and then another one, a tribute to Scrub. I thought it would be very nice for us to feature at the North Stars Orchestra in remembering the steel band legend, Scrub. Jazz Orchestra doing one called Move the Speaker. Party down there, party down there, party down there. I got a little choked up because you know me already. I just playing that champion by it's soft like butter. Yeah. So to the entire steel band fraternity, I want to say it's Gregory Shining Emmanuel, another legend. Guy Emerald Steele, another legend. Yes, indeed. Brother Mackey of the Babano Steel Orchestra. I want to say, the Zorro. These are some of the guys who have contributed so much to steel band in St. Lucia. Well, we've lost the real Mecca, the giant, the icon, Scrub. Leonard Scrub Wellington has passed. Our sincere condolences to the entire family, the Wellington family, and of course, the steel band fraternity and St. Lucia at large. Let us see how we can give Scrub the kind of send-off that is, befitting of such an icon. Yes, indeed. Boy, I tell you. Lady Lynn and Odyssey. Another, boy, I tell you, St. Lucia has so many wonderful people who have contributed probably the entire lifetime to entertaining St. Lucians and to keeping the culture alive and to representing St. Lucia on the international market with regards to their music. And last Saturday was Odyssey, which was Lady Lynn and friends in concert. And what a night it was. What a night it was. It was such a wonderful evening. Of course, the regular hitch is a late start, which, is something that you can understand here in St. Lucia. But once the show started and it got off, it was a total evening of enjoyment by the patrons, fun, appreciation. I have to compliment Lady Lynn and her team. I must single out Dr. Adrian Auger and Landmark Events. These guys did such a wonderful job of transforming the grounds and the interior of the NCC, the National Cultural Center. Made you have a feeling of a grand concert hall and the outside with the tent and the tables and the all-white event. It was really, really something to be proud of. So I want to big you up, Lady Lynn. Congratulations on a wonderful, wonderful initiative, Lady Lynn's Odyssey. She says that she wants it to be an annual event. And I must also compliment those who came out to support Lady Lynn. We had a fair crowd. We would have appreciated many more, but we were grateful for the crowd that was there. Very appreciative crowd. Not a dull moment at all. The entertainers were, what a night. Oh, what a night, what a night. Big up Lady Lynn's Odyssey, man. Congratulations. Also, I want to say congratulations to the Extreme Band. Claude really put his best foot forward with the band. The additional brass pieces, Diffie, and of course the crew coming together. The backup singers there, Ika and Mrs. Penn. Boy, I tell you. And also, it was really, really a night that was totally appreciated and enjoyed by all those who participated. So big up to you, Lady Lynn. We hope to have a more extensive report on Odyssey. We want to invite Lynn to the studio and, play back some of the highlights of the nights. We had Ophelia out of Dominica. It was such a long time since Ophelia performed here in St. Lucia, and she was well appreciated. Of course, we had Burfia Chocolate doing her thing in her style. We had Shirley and Cyril bringing the gospel in there. Like I tell you, it was a well put together event. So big up, Lady Lynn. Congratulations. And we're looking forward to Odyssey 2. Yeah? So big up to you. Yes, indeed. We're going to take our sponsors break right now. And when we come back, we're going to touch base with our fans. It's been such a while since we spoke to or mingled with or interacted with our many fans here in the corner. So we'll take a little time to do that. And then we get into Kaiso 25. So we're taking our sponsors break and we're going to be right back. Papa.
No matter the job, Michelle's Electrical Limited has the skills and expertise to power your vision. With Michelle's Electrical Limited, you're securing a professional team with a proven track record committed to delivering quality service to cater to all your electrical needs. We bring more than 13 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
With the hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage, imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
Introducing McDowell's Moringa, a natural supplement made from the Moringa oleifera, which contains more than 92 nutrients and 46 types of antioxidants. Moringa is said to cure about 300 diseases and almost have all the vitamins found in fruits and vegetables. Moringa contains 30 anti-inflammatories, 18 amino acids, and 9 essential amino acids. Moringa nourishes the immune system, promotes healthy circulation, supports normal glucose levels, contains natural anti-aging benefits, provides anti-inflammatory support, promotes healthy digestion, promotes heightened mental clarity, boosts energy without caffeine, encourages balanced metabolism, promotes softer skin, provides relief from acne, and supports normal hormone levels. Moringa has no documented side effects. Moringa, the miracle herb, available at Health Service Center.
Yes, welcome back, Papa's Kaiso Corner. So happy to be back here on air with you guys after such a long break. Yes, indeed. I want to say a special good evening to all our many friends and fans here with us in the chat. Of course, the chat being the heartbeat of the corner. Yes, Shirley Shills, good evening to you. Nice to see you. Owen Alcindor out there in New York. He's here with us tonight. Classic Peace. Nice to see you here. Great music from Ivan and his family. Yes, you're so correct about that. Tara, good evening to you, Tara. Nice to see you here in the corner with us. Max Shalmine. Where are you, my brother? I want to say good evening to Irene Shalmine. Irreplaceable. Paul, she's here with us tonight. She was at the show having a ball talking about Odyssey. Yes, indeed. All our many friends and fans who continue to make the corner, you know, the place of entertainment on a Saturday evening, I want to say good evening to you. Our many friends and fans out there in TV land, I mean, from all over the island, from Degazon to Mornier, in Grand Rivière, Mont Sepin. I want to say good evening to our friends in Babono. I want to say good evening to you there for, Ancillary, Canaries, Soufre, Vieux-Fort. I mean, good evening to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being there from the Valley, Denry, Mikoud. People from all over the island, they always say to me, I watch your show every Saturday night. And we have so much fun here in the corner. Believe me, I am very happy to hear that. And I want to invite you to share the live. Tell your friends where they can come on a Saturday evening and have clean fun. Right there in the corner. Yes, indeed. So welcome back. Calix Shongo. Hey, Brother Dal. What's going on? I see you there. My good friend out there, Brother Valence, out there in Corinth. I want to say good night to you, Felix and Mrs. And the Mrs., I'm sure you guys are tuned in. Also, Mabutu. She visited Just Roti today. We had quite a wonderful chat. I'm talking about Butu, Brian Obertine, his wife. She's in St. Lucia here, and she has been a follower of the corner. So good evening to you. And just before we go into our Kaiso 25, I went to London for Independence 2 weeks ago, actually, the Independence Week. And I met an individual in London that the guy fascinated me. I was so proud because I've done a fair bit of traveling. And one of the things that always stood out to me is the St. Lucians in commerce in the diaspora, St. Lucians in business. I can remember the early 80s in Brooklyn, there were a couple of St. Lucians who, were started some form of business. But this guy in particular I met in London, a young Rastafarian out of Vieux-Fort. He goes by the name of Trevor. And I got to meet Trevor through the promoters who brought me to London. I want to say good evening to Shy Boy, DJ Shy Boy and Lightning. These two guys are two St. Lucian DJs, and they may be the very best in London right now. They have been promoting quite a few of St. Lucia's artists, bringing us to perform for the St. Lucian community in London. And I was blessed to have been invited for Independence, and we had such a wonderful time. I want to big up Shy Boy and Lightning. But of course, my focus for the time, until I do the feature on that London trip, is on Trevor. Trevor is a St. Lucian who has a business in London, and he is such a proud St. Lucian that I decided to make Trevor the personality for Independence for Papa's Kaiso Corner. So I want to introduce you to my good friend Trevor, and let him show you some of. Let's look at Trevor in London and his business, Caribbean Grown Manger. Let's do that.
Proud of it. With all the wonders in the world, St. Lucia's only meant for me. 46 years independent, all her excellence we see. We pledge to Vassam, I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it. It's the health and the well-being of a prosperous nation. We standing patriotic, representing this island. We pledge to Vassam, I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it. So I could go up forever day to feel all the vibes and break away. Independence 46, no need to sell lip, say. To my land of birth, to the place I love. With all the wonders in the world, St. Lucia's only meant for me. 46 years independent, all her excellence we see. We pledge to Vassam, I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it. It's the health and the well-being of a prosperous nation. We standing patriotic, representing this island. We pledge to Vassam, I know every St. Lucian.
Okay, Papa Vida here with Trevor Charles. a proud St. Lucian Rastafarian who owns his own business in London. I'm so proud and very happy to meet you, Trevor.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Yes, indeed. We've been speaking, and one of the problems that, as a matter of fact, I will specifically talk about mangoes and the amount of mangoes we have back home going to waste. And Trevor is saying that it is so difficult to get mangoes out of St. Lucia. Tell us a little bit of your experience with mangoes and what you've been trying.
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to get mangoes. They tell you they have mangoes, but when you try and make the shipment, you don't get no mangoes. And mango is the main thing that really sell in the shop. I've been up 24 box of mangoes already and sell it in a week. So mango is the main thing. So if you have mangoes in St. Lucia, put it together and call me, and I'll do business with you.
Yes, indeed. How long have you been in London first, and how long have you been operating your shop?
I've been in London for 25 years now, operating the shop for 3 years now. Opened the shop in COVID when it was real difficult, but I still do the shipment and everything coming out nice and smooth right now.
Wonderful. What kind of support do you get from the St. Lucians in London? Do they come to the shop? Do they support you?
Yeah, I get a lot of support from all St. Lucian, especially the elderly people. They come, sometimes I peel their food for them. I do all kind of food for them. Support from fellas like Shy Boy, Cowboy, yeah, Miss Hippolyte, which is the St. Lucia Association, and most of all, the High Commissioner, which is very, very, very supportive of what I do.
Big up, big up. Yes, indeed. What are some of the things you would like to see happen? First of all, do you get any form of support from any of the organizations in St. Lucia? For example, let's say Export St. Lucia. Do they give you any level of support?
Yeah, a lot of support from Export St. Lucia, which they opened that shelf, which was in August. I get a lot of support from them.
Great stuff, great stuff.
Yeah.
But Trevor, I must tell you, I've been to many, many places, and one of my biggest problems was the fact that it is so difficult to find St. Lucians in business. And having met you, I must say, especially for independence, that makes me a very proud St. Lucian. I want to congratulate you and to tell you that, we're behind you 100%. Do all that you can to keep your flag flying high. And definitely, I will see if I can speak with the people at Export St. Lucia to see if we can do a little more in providing you with some of the fruits that could sell here in London.
Thank you very much, Brother.
Before I go,
Lucian, just support and just prepare. The young generation start planting the food so we can get it out here.
Respect. Before I go, what is the name of your business?
Caribbean Gourmet. In other words, it's supposed to be Caribbean Gourmet.
Okay.
But already the English didn't want us to put it like that, so we put it Caribbean Gourmet.
Caribbean Gourmet.
Yeah.
Big up to you.
Thank you very much, brother.
Respect, my youth. Yeah, blessed love. Happy independence.
Same to you.
All right.
Proud of it, proud of it. With all the wonders in the world, St. Lucian's only meant for me. 46 years independent, all her excellence we see. We pledge to some. I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it, proud of it. Proud of it, proud of it. It's the health and the well-being of a prosperous nation. We standing patriotic, representing this island. We pledge to some. I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it, proud of it, proud of it. So I could go up forever day to feel all the vibes and break away. Independence 46, no need to sell it, well, say. To my land of birth, to the place I love. With all the wonders in the world, St. Lucian's only meant for me. 46 years independent, all her excellence we see. We pledge to some. I know every St. Lucian. Proud of it, proud of it. Proud of it, proud of it. It's the health and the well-being of a prosperous nation. We standing patriotic, representing this island. We pledge to some.
Yes, indeed. My personality for Independence 2025, 46 years of celebration, was Trevor Charles. It was indeed a pleasure meeting this guy, such a humble, simple guy, and running a successful business in London. So big up to you, Trevor. All the very, very best, my good brother. Yes, indeed. Now to the business for the evening. Kaiso. You know Kaiso right around the corner. Well, we know March, April, May. Kaiso starts off in May. Which is, you could say, weeks away. Weeks away before we start getting ready for the 10th. And of course, St. Lucia Carnival 2025 too. So Dominica and Trinidad had their Carnival celebrations over the weekend. And I want to feature, some of the finalists of both of these islands. I believe Trinidad this year put up a very good show with regards to the Calypso. And they're definitely a higher level over the previous years. The entire logistics of the Kaiso in Trinidad has changed. You wouldn't see Gypsy or Crazy or Crow or Chalky. None of these guys participate anymore. It's basically the younger guys, with some of the veterans being guys like Kurt Allen, and a few of the others. But indeed, the youngsters really put on a good show. And we're going to feature the top 5 places from both of the islands as we get ready for our own Calypso season coming up. Of course, I know T.C. Brown and his crew, they have not rested at all from last year. They were in Dominica, the KPT. I heard they gave a very good account of themselves out there in Dominica. And we're looking forward to KPT for 2025 along with the South Kaiso tent. I want to say good evening to Tony Wilkinson, a guy who never sleeps. This guy, I know he's getting ready to bring the South tent back into Central and prove that the South tent is the best Kaiso tent. Of course, we're not forgetting the TOT and Soca Village collaboration. Good evening to Charlo, and of course, Big Stuff. I saw a program already from these guys, the TOT collaboration with the dates of the launch and the quarterfinals that has already been published. So we are indeed getting ready for Kaiso 25 here in St. Lucia. But in the meantime, what we're going to do, we're going to take in some of the Kaiso from Dominica, the Dominica Kaiso finals. We're going to take in the top 5 places, and we're going to start off with a guy called Caressa doing something called Hidden Criteria. And we're going to go up to the winner, who was a woman this year. Joy is her name. She won the Calypso Monarch in Dominica with something called Quest for Love. So let's take in Dominica, and then we're going to take in Trinidad after that. Yeah? So right now, Nogale Dominique, Kaiso 25 in Dominica. We're featuring at number 5, the Caressa. Now, just before we do that, I want to point out that Caressa has been around for quite a while. He's what you consider to be a veteran in Dominican Kaiso. He has also been a minister of government. I think presently he still works with the government. And he's a guy who is well versed and educated. And he has been making his contribution to Kaiso in Dominica for quite a number of years. So let's start off with the Caressa, doing one called Hidden Criteria.
Since the wind come, I see the Calypso going down. So I ask myself, what the hell is wrong? Like some little man, time come. I'm not the friend mark in the bush. After rubbing down with alkali, I put that shrimp to the old yellow. Explain what is really wrong with me. You love Calypso, I can hear about it. Everything was not good, you alone again. But no matter how well you sing, you must remember one thing. You can't wait, let us be again. So when I am calling, say on them. you really sit on him. No sense in geopolitics. Like Russia, Ukraine is running conflict. You may be so sick of the multi-fox. It's like the child abuse of TNT. Issues like this is for elimination. For finance, you never sit on the plan. So you love Kaiso, and you care about it. Everything must follow, you are no like this. But no matter how when you think, you must remember one thing. You can't win unless you see my name. So call it liar, call it thief, say my name. Call it buster, call it cheat, say my name. No matter who I'm in, you won't be the protest champion. But if you are away, say you are away. But that, but be king, be his hand. Let me tell you. No worry about his personality. No worry with protection and clarity. Anybody that wins the monarchy, as long as you master the recipe. When I have timing or all happy, when I say I so happy, imagine a toddler puts him on him and kicks on the monarchy. So you love Kaiso and you care about it. Everything costs a room, you alone have it. But no matter how when you think, you must remember one thing. You can't win unless you sing a hymn. So call it liar, call it thief, sing a hymn. Call it wonder, call it cheat, sing a hymn. Sing, courage, sing a hymn. Oh, you guys singing for it over. Cause if you are with, then you are with pressure. If you win, when you sit on there, let me tell you. Is everybody alright? Lyrics are important, right? The completion of every song for us is met with the annihilation to spice up the competition. Songs we can sing in a primary school, songs we can inspire the youth. Sing them and let them far away, and let them go from a permanent holiday. Say we love Kaiso and we care about it. Everything must follow, you alone at this. But no matter how when you sing, you must remember one thing. You can't win unless you sing on it. So call it liar, call it thief, sing on it. Call it wonder, call it cheat, sing on it. If you want to sing on him, sing on it. If you wanna win, cause if you are win, then you are win. More glory than him when you see on him. Let me tell you.
Caressa doing his thing there. Of course, you could hear the experience in his delivery. He's been around for a little while. And Caressa doing his thing in Dominica. Of course, talking about Dominica, I want to big up the Fire One Kaiso tent, formerly the Ambassadors. Of course, the Calypso fans would know of the tight relationship between the Stardom Calypso tent in Dominica and the Ambassadors Kaiso tent. I want to say good night to my good friend Fitzroy Bingo Leon, so tight was that relationship that Bingo, who was the leader of the ambassadors, now lives in Dominica. He's a Dominica Lucy. Yes, indeed. Dominica and St. Lucia used to have these exchange of tents, which we would have guys like the Young Bull out of Dominica MC in tents down here in St. Lucia. Big up to Young Bull. Of course, we had performers out of Dominica like the Scrunter, the Hunter. Dice has performed here in St. Lucia with one of the Kaiso tents. So, there's a long relationship of exchange, Kaiso exchange between St. Lucia and Dominica. I always like to point out that, I have a lot of respect for the Calypsonians in Dominica, primarily because of the fact that these guys are so well organized. The Calypso Association in Dominica, they own their own building. You understand what I'm saying? So that shows that these guys are very serious with regards to the business. In St. Lucia here, sad to say, we don't even have an association. We don't have a representative body for Calypsonians here in St. Lucia. And I believe that, that is something we definitely have to address as soon as possible. I mean, a lot of time has been wasted without, a representative body to lobby on behalf of the Calypsonians. And I believe it's something that the Calypsonians need to look at if they intend to survive as Calypsonians here in Santa Lucia. Back to Dominica. Of course, we're featuring the top 5 places out of Dominica for Kaiso 2025. Dominica again had a very wonderful carnival. The St. Lucians that were in Dominica, I could tell you, they totally enjoyed themselves. Of course, the Juve in Dominica being probably the biggest event of the carnival season in Dominica. Thousands of Dominicans take to the street on Juve morning. And this year was no exception. I mean, I saw that on Facebook and I was totally, flabbergasted at the amount of people who participate in the Juve out there in Dominica. We continue. The next performer is another seasoned veteran out of Dominica. He goes by the name of the Bob, his surname, of course, being Bob. And he too has been blazing the trail in Dominica for a number of years. I think he has been a monarch of Dominica. Well, he made it to the 4th place this year in Dominica. So let's listen to the Bob as he does If You Say Is Love. Bob.
4th place in the 2025 Calypso Monarch Competition. It gives me great pleasure to tell you that it is the Bob. We're singing this trophy for my ladies and gentlemen. Dominica have some very patriotic Calypsonians. They used to sing great songs of how much they love the icon. But it's only when their party is in opposition, it's only when they don't sharp on their guns. But when their party is power, corruption not back no more. That is why I sharp on my guns to ask them these questions. If you say you love, if you say you love, what happened to your love for Calypso and country? If you say you love, if you say you love, was your love to just be the hit position or money? You should love Calypso like Bob Dice and Checo. Close the other side, but close your government home. Every day you see me working for Kaiso. So strap on your guns, daily you more than ever before. More than ever before. Cause if you say you lie, and it's not true, one day your life will turn back on you. Some Dominican politicians belong in Hollywood. When it comes to acting, boy, I tell you them fellas good. Every day is a story, every day is a mess. But when it comes to dancing, none of them can relate to the things that we say every day. And the big one I make a mess. If you say you love, if you say you love, why you always running away from the country? If you say you love, if you say you love, why you hiding your bubble money overseas? You should love the country like the opposition. They ain't making money, but they holding on. They came to court every day to face persecution. If you love the country, give us electoral reform. You said you want it, bring it, cause if you say you love, and it's not true, one day your life will come back to you. When people feeling good, they say that they in love. When people get a good feel, they also say that they love. There are clergymen and women who claim that they love Jesus, suffering persecution and what he does to in us. Some fronting for these political bandits. They even say, telling themselves that God is not about this. If you say you love, if you say you love, how come you have no love for the poor and needy? Yes, if you say you love, if you say you love, why you hiding stolen property for the greedy? You should love God more than your love for money. Yes, you should love poverty more than the wealthy. You should love the people and love democracy. Democracy, if you love, let it show so people can see. Love is nothing even the eye can see. But if you say you love, and it's not true, one day your life will come back to you. I'm starting the show with a call for honesty, honesty. I'm starting the show with a call for integrity, respectfully. As if you say no love, and it's not true. One day, your life will catch up with you. Enjoy the rest of the show. This is free ball. You can call me personality and everyone.
Yes, the Bob there with a tight political commentary there. If you say you love, and you could see in his presentation exactly who he was posing that question to. I tell you, I must commend the Dominican Kaisonians. They're looking good. They're looking good. The stage presence, the costuming, the props, the whole stage this year looks, pretty good. Congratulations to Dominica Calypso 2025. I want to say good evening to Brother Alva Nelson out there in the Bronx, New York. Nice to see you. Marvin Ogis. Yellow, better late than never. What happened, my brother? Long time we chat, Big up to you, Yellow. Dawn Rising French. Nice to see you here with us in the chat. The address that you want for London, I'll send you the entire package, okay? Email address and everything. So just, I'll get that to you by tomorrow. Yeah? Nice to know that you're showing interest to our good friend there, Trevor Charles. Of course, you notice that we concentrated on mangoes because, the price of a mango in London, and when you look at St. Lucia in mango season, the thousands of mangoes you see lying on the streets and in the gutters, that makes you think. Yes, indeed. So, big up to you, Dawn Rising French, Peanut. Nice to see you here. Alton Bassop Robinson. I don't know if you remember Alton. He used to be the bassman for the Reasons Orchestra. He has moved to the United States and he's doing pretty good up there as a bassman. Nice to see you here with us. Robert Scott, another Lucian now living in the diaspora. I want to big up my very, very good friend Trevor Exposer Brown and Mrs. Brown of the Trevor Exposer Brown Foundation of Long Island, recovering from an accident a couple of months ago. Doing very well. We want to big you up, Brother Exposer, and wish you, speedy recovery that you could get back on track. We're hoping to see you down here for St. Lucia Carnival with some of your wonderful music. Yeah, my brother? So big up to Trevor Exposer Brown. Also to our good friend Coco, talking about Claudius Cauldron of the Claude Cauldron Foundation in Brooklyn, New York. He's here with us in the chat. Big up to you, my brother. Nice. It's really a wonderful feeling to see that you guys are with us here in the chat. Of course, the corner belongs to us. We're in Dominica right now, and we're featuring some of the Calypso music from Dominica. We just had the Caressa, and then the Bob. Now we're moving to one of the ladies who made it to the top 5 in Dominica, and her name is Shanice, whatever. She's doing something called Check Yourself. Let's take in Shanice.
Could you please put your hands together and welcome the second runner-up of this year's Kaiso Mola competition, Shanice.
Some people have no relationship with the truth. They always bring problems. When you ask, it's never them. It's always some friend, some enemy, or some neighbor that jealousy. But if you never think to take a look at yourself and examine how your choices might bring you hell, pay close attention. This might be your first introduction to accountability. Before you blame some, make sure you take some responsibility. Some self-reflection makes detention between you and me. What sense you making by only telling one side of the story? When only the whole truth will set you free. Darling, check yourself. It might be you who wrecked yourself. I'm just saying, check yourself. Do it for your mental health. Boy, 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 circumstances would be contributing to your demise. Only those who are so wise with everything of this system. When this system was their problem, let's say looking high and say sugar over them. Why is that bullshit? I mean my well. I stand on business. When you come to me with your crisis, bring your accountability. Before you blame some, make sure you take some responsibility. Some self-reflection makes detention between you and me. What sense you making by only telling one side of the story? Only the whole truth will set you free. Darling, check yourself. It might be you who wrecked yourself. I'm just saying, check yourself. Do it for your mental health. Boy, 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 it is time we have an honest conversation about things in the Commonwealth and how we don't like to help ourselves. CPM, people rep, and how they don't review of them. And it's true we want them to solve problems in the nation, but they can't succeed without our intervention. Ask yourself this question: what is my own contribution? Where's your accountability? Before you blame some, make sure you take some responsibility. Some self-reflection makes detention between you and me. What sense you making by only telling one side of the story? Only the whole truth will set you free. Brother, check yourself. It might be you who wrecked yourself. I'm just saying, check yourself. Do it for your mental health. Boy, 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 now you politicians and preachers don't get a pass. You need to have an honest hand when you hold in positions of stewardship and leadership. When you have a road to give, yes, we all know that human beings they falter. But as you jump back to in front the altar, please remember who is going to pay for the blunder with your accountability. So try to blame from me before you take some responsibility. Some self-reflection, reflection between you and
A very, very good composition. Check yourself. I am particularly impressed with the presentation. The mirrors were well utilized by the dancers with the mystic white and the mirrors, which we all use to check ourselves. A very effective presentation there. Got her into the second runner position in Dominica. Yes, indeed, as we go over the 5 places in Dominica for Kaiso 2025, I'm watching this and I'm saying, boy, St. Lucia, Kaiso going to be hot in 2025. I'm telling you, Fire One Kaiso tent, the South Kaiso tent, take over Soka Village Kaiso tent, and of course the people who keep them talking, the KPT. I am ready for all you, boy. I tell you, excited for Kaiso 25 here in St. Lucia. Yeah, we continue with the next performer who was the first runner-up. He has been a multi-monarch winner in Dominica. He goes by the name of Dice. One of the favorites in Dominica. He's been around for a little while. He has won the Calypso Monarch on numerous occasions in Dominica. So we're going to take in Dice. He came in at number 2, the first runner-up, and he's asking whoever it is to speak now.
The first runner in the 2025 Calypso Monarch of Dominica. The first runner. May I tell you who the first runner is?
Good night, my people of the air. It's time to overturn the carpet. We've been dying of West Bay. No one forces me. And the Chinese all the masters. We have to discuss this matter. In the darkness, yeah, just hoping for the best. But things are changing much the way, and I'm there dying to speak. So speak out, my brothers. Time to stand up and sing. Oh. Forever. Lord, electoral reform. We're so far from all this. Why are we afraid to protest? We all know yes, little progress, and we're settling for less. Is there accountability? Whoa, are we a democracy? So speak up, my brothers. Time to stand up and speak. Oh, speak before delay becomes an external stream. Speak up, my sisters. If like me, you'll be sad like this. Whoa, speak now or forever. Will I peace? Speak now or forever. Will I peace?
Great Dice. They're doing one called Speak Out or Speak Now or Forever Hold Thy Peace. You see, the Calypso finals seem to have been saturated with political commentary. Similarly in Trinidad, and no doubt with elections on the border, St. Lucia is going to be no different. I tell you. Yes, indeed. A great one there by King Dice. Like I said, he has won, I think, probably the most Calypso monarchs in Dominica doing this one, but coming in the first runner-up position. Right now, we're going to go to the winner of the Dominica Calypso Monarch competition for 2025, and it was a lady. She goes by the name of Joy, and she's doing one called Quest for Love, which seemed to have brought quite a bit of joy to the judges. So let's take in the Calypso Monarch of Dominica for 2025, Joy.
Receive your
My heart is pouring
is hard. I wish I knew my dad, 'cause the only man I know penetrated me from head to toe. I confide in a person who looked up proof he was rotten. I feel so helpless and weak. I have to cry myself to sleep. I was frightened if I tell anyone I would be dead. So inside and thoughts keep running through my head. Worried and traumatized, emotionally I
indeed a joyful presentation there coming from Joy, and she was able to win over the judges with this one, and she is the reigning monarch of Calypso in Dominica for 2025. That was our Dominica presentation. We're going to take our sponsors break right now, and when we come back, we're going down south, man. We're going to Trinidad. Yes, I. All right.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
No matter the job, Michelle's Electrical Limited has the skills and expertise to power your vision. With Michelle's Electrical Limited, you're securing a professional team with a proven track record committed to delivering quality service to cater to all your electrical needs. We bring more than 13 years of trusted electrical installation to every job. We are the most trusted and reliable provider of electrical solutions island-wide. Your electrical needs are our priority, and our qualified team has been providing durable electrical solutions for over 3 decades. Trust Michelle's Electrical Limited. We lay the groundwork so your vision can thrive. Michelle's Electrical Limited, turning on lights since 1987.
Looking for a professional service to stream your upcoming events to your social media platforms seamlessly and simultaneously? Look no further. Live streaming is in our DNA. At MBC Live Streaming, we stream concerts, weddings, funerals, conferences, and private functions to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.tv in high quality. Call us today on 453-7458 for all your premium live streaming needs.
The hustle of customs with Michelle's Custom Brokerage, imports and exports custom brokers. Our personalized service always ensures the best results when your needs are custom clearance and shipping of general cargo, barrels, vehicles, containers. For courier packages to ship loads of cargo, no consignment is too small or too large. We can handle it all. Michelle's Custom Brokerage, a generation of efficient and reliable service.
Introducing McDowell's Moringa, a natural supplement made from the Moringa oleifera, which contains more than 92 nutrients and 46 types of antioxidants. Moringa is said to cure about 300 diseases and almost have all the vitamins found in fruits and vegetables. Moringa contains 30 anti-inflammatories, 18 amino acids, and 9 essential amino acids. Moringa nourishes the immune system, promotes healthy circulation, supports normal glucose levels, contains natural anti-aging benefits, provides anti-inflammatory support, promotes healthy digestion, promotes heightened mental clarity, boosts energy without caffeine, encourages balanced metabolism, promotes softer skin, provides relief from acne, and supports normal hormone levels. Moringa has no documented side effects. Moringa, the miracle herb, Available at Health Service Center.
You're watching MBC.
The winning numbers for the evening draw of Saturday, 8th March 2025 were tic-tac-toe, 3, 5, 8, 9, 15, 19, 20. Big 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. The Big 4 multi-X ball drawn is FB. Pick 2, 7, 6. The Pick 2 multi-X ball drawn is FB. One off, 9, 5, 0. Lucky 3, 7, 6, 1. The Lucky 3 multi-X ball drawn is 2X. Power play, 20, 24, 26, 29. The free ticket letter is H and the power pick number is 5.
You're watching MBC.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, Papa's Kaiso Corner. We are here, and I hope you guys have been having fun with us. We featured Dominica. Some people are saying that the Bob reminds them of the Ashanti. Some are saying that the Dice reminds them of Wally. Joy reminds me of Mary G. Yeah, Kaiso, the Caribbean at it. And we go into Trinidad, boy. Trinidad had a carnival this year, I tell you. Not without controversy as usual. And one of the guys who featured in most of the controversy was the defending monarch of Trinidad and Tobago, who he won the Calypso Monarch last year. We're talking about Marshall Montano. This guy is phenomenal. I can tell you that. This year, this guy won the Chutney Soca Monarch in Trinidad. Chutney. That's an Indian-oriented soca. And Marshall went in there and won that this year. He also won the Road March for 2025 in TNT. And that sparked a bit of controversy also. And of course, the usual cry. Some of the youngsters asking Marshall to step aside and give the young fellas a chance. The regular cry. And as Marshall said in an interview, there are no chance in that. Make your own chances. Don't beg people to step aside to give you space and to make you that you have a chance. There are no chance in that. You come in and you outshine whoever is there and make your own space. Yeah? And Marshall was the defending monarch. But this year he came 5th in the competition. So we're going straight to Trinidad National Monarch Competition for 2025. And we feature in Marshall Montano in 5th place with Beat Me Now. That boy Marshall.
In position number 5, with a total of 256 points, Marshall Montano.
I am your host, Steve Starvey. No, not Steve Harvey. I starving. Anyway, we surveyed 100 people and asked, what will Marshall Montano win this year? Top 2 answers on the board. Anybody? Let's go. I know. Road March? Road March. Let's see. Road March. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, Kitty's Carnival.
That is a dotish answer. Anybody else? I know. I bet it's Calypso Monarch. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And here is Marshall. Yeah. Good evening. Queen's from Savannah. Put your hand in the air. Let's go. Hey. I'm going to bring back the old thing. Bring to the youth. Bring back the old thing again. Hey. When you call me, make sure your fence is right. so it's gonna be real and cool. Hey, they don't want me to leave. You want bet me that I'm gonna make them come until the fight's over. Put a woman in front, your hand on her shoulder. Take out the phone, make it light up like Diwali. Turn it up, wave it left or right like the Winston Bailey. What them feel? And if I when I roll my I don't do that. Yeah. Man front your hand on his shoulder. Take up the phone, make it light up like Diwali. Wave it left or right like the Winston Bailey. Put your hand in the air, hands up, roll your waist, wave it, in the face, jump up, mash up the place. We are making sure. I say hands up, roll your waist, wave it, in the face, jump up, mash up the place. We are making sure.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Steel of Fortune. Not wheel, because this is a steel band. But anyway, I need one contestant to spin and win. Okay, now solve this puzzle. What competition did Marshall already win in 2025?
Can I buy a vowel? Oh.
Okay, I know. It's Chucky Sokamona. You got it. Congratulations.
Hear this. What they feel? I's a newborn, I's a just come. Yeah. I could write calypso, give them peacock. Yeah. Wave it in the face, jump up, mash up the place. We are making jump.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spice is Right contestant Moses Davies. Come on down, give this wheel a big spin, and if you win, choose your prize. You're a winner.
I choose door number 1.
All right, behind door number 1, you win free doubles for the rest of your life for you and your companion.
Hear this. What they feel? This competition is my mission. They misunderstanding my real vision. I want to inspire the youths of this blessed nation. White, black, Chinese, Indian, every creed and race. Together we could advance the hands of time and overcome the violence of the poverty and crime. This world, we don't need no Rowley, Gary or UNC to restore people and live up the country. You are better that I go make them shabba till the fest over. Put a woman in front, your hand on his shoulder. Put up the phone, make it light up like Diwali. Wave it left to right, everybody. Wave slow, so everybody know. Hands up, roll your way. Wave it, in the face. Hands up, mash up the place. Hands up, roll your way. Wave it, in the face. Hands up, mash up the place. What them feel? Huh? Hold on, keep it right there. Hey, listen to me. What me say, hey? What them feel? My influence is common entrance. Look at this competition and its entrance. It's IU inspire Squeezy and the young brother to come here and challenge me tonight on this stage. Them fellas brave. I know that they don't believe the kind of beats that King Marshall could really achieve. But tell them what you see. How I will win this monarchy when I rise up and fly over the whole city. You are better. Somebody say, hey,
Marshall in true Marshall form and in true Marshall style, placing fifth in the Calypso Monarch competition, the defending Monarch. Next, in the fourth place, we have Karen Ashe doing one called A Leader.
In position number 4 with a total of 259 points.
Like African and the next prefer East Indian, but this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Yeah, why? Because a leader must help his country to rise. A leader be able to motivate and then mobilize. A leader, and a leader must be one whose vision is clear, holding ethics and integrity. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight, not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation lead. Peaceful school should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Oh, good leaders are born not bred, setting standards is get tread. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate, because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. Good leader. Oh, when to take in front and when to follow. A good leader. And a leader must be the one to set the template. So those coming after could duplicate. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight, not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this country needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak need. Bless good leaders are born not bred, being a mentor is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. We don't want someone always thinking small. No, 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 no. That's not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always booze, drinking alcohol. No.
Yes, indeed, that was in the fourth position, Karen Ashe doing what we call a leader. The next, in third place, is a young Calypsonian who seemed to have been the favorite to win the Monarch in 2025. He was blazing the trail throughout the 10th public performances. The semifinals, he was eating fire. So he was the favorite for the Monarch, but he came in third place. We're talking about Young Brother, and he does one called We Rise, the young brother out of TNT.
In third position, with a total of 260 points.
In a system cold, chasing shadows that take their soul. But the rhythm of hope is strong. Feel the beat it guide us along. Plant the seed of change in the ground, and reap the fruits of love from this song. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. Of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like pain. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. Let the cleansing begin. What are you doing? Common man times well hard. Crime and murders driving we mad. And the youths them can't find no work, cause the system take them for joke. Let the positive fight control. We must not lose sight of our goal. In spite the stress and the strain, let us build our country again. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fight through the skies like pain. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. Let the cleansing begin. Everybody wave your hands like this. What are you doing? Who does that? Hear it. Politicians drive their nice car, while the poor man mighty fake car. The oil money blow away like dust. The people don't know who to trust. But every crisis we will master and rise to triumph from disaster. We will cast the evil away. We make the soul of pledge here today. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like pain. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child
was hardship and pain. I see the blessings falling like rain. And every time the setbacks would come, I keep the faith and weather the storm. With every step and toil I strive, just to keep my dream alive. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin.
Young brother, yes indeed. He was indeed the favorite for the monarchy in Trinidad for 2025, but he made it to the third place, second runner-up. Yeah, in first runner-up position, a veteran in the business. We would remember he worked with Janine here in St. Lucia. He goes by the name of Kurt Arlene. He calls himself the last Bad John of Kaiso, doing a heavy political commentary called Your Turn Now. Let's take in some of Kurt Allen's presentation.
In second position, 267 points in second position. The last budget.
You began in the Senate of Opposition and waited your turn. Then with Manning as your PM giving direction, you studied and learned. You paid attention to Robbie Van de Kamla, observed all their mistakes. So there is not one excuse that you can make, none that we can take. Cause we gave you a turn to write in the PM1 photo car. You change the whole interior with propaganda, it's smelling strong sour. We gave you 2 turns as PM of this nation. So now it's my Creole obligation to give you a turn before your resignation. Remember, it's we who call Eric Duffy, recall Chambers Duncy, it's your turn now. It's we who beat Robbie like a Bobali, your turn now. So if we say you are a bully, don't take it personally, your turn now. Go tell your friends and your family, it comes with the duty, it's your turn now. Well, do not believe that we are afraid to call a donkey a ass or a spade a spade. We will pepper you like a show, Dr. Rowe. Your turn now. Before you go, before you back and run away. I wonder what Penny and Avery have to say. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. You tell the world you go look, call the heart up. Once you get the vote. You said the buck is going to stop at the TP top when you took your vote. The airport scandal, section 34, email gate. Like a raging bull, you declared war and we took the date. But since you get your turn, nobody at jail for corruption. Since you get your turn, no members of the opposition in prison. Since you get 2 turns, you promise to set things right. White collar crime you're about to fight, but it's a set back with no light. Remember, it's we who call Pandy racists, we even call them rapists. Your turn now. Silver comes end up in jail till he come out looking frail. Your turn now. So if we say your government represents the 1%, your turn now. Ready rich get richer, poor man in the gutter. Your turn now. Do not believe your powers of Lekato could overthrow the power of a Calypso. The ancestors wouldn't allow Dr. Rowe. Your turn now. Before you go, before you back and run away. So much unemployment, but still you raise your pay. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. I remember deceased Patrick money named Durat, the Rottweiler, because every car that pass around the corner, you chase something. Fire, political battles that came your way, you stood up and fought. And when they came with the slander and their hearsay, you took them to court. So we did your turn to guard, protect, defend the treasury. We gave you a turn to secure the national security. We gave you 2 turns to be the mastermind. Reduce violence and crime, but murders at the highest of all time. Remember his view called Manning Emperor, call him a dictator. Retreat, battles like a louse, kick him up and he say house. So if we say you are a puppet, you're lying in him but pocket.
Yes, indeed. The one and only Kurt Allen pumping it. Heavy political commentary. Got him to the first place. First runner-up, second place, that is, in the National Trinidad Calypso competition. Yeah. As we get to our monarch for Trinidad for 2025, we're a little over time here, so I want to say good night to each and every one of you who joined us tonight. I hope you guys had a wonderful time with us here tonight. We'll be back next Saturday as we gear up for Kaiso 25. Yes, indeed. I want to say good night to all our friends in TV land who joined us. Those of you in the chat, thank you so much for being here with us. I want to say thank you to the management and staff of NBC Television. Good evening, and thank you to Shane Williams, our technician, our producer, Colin Phillips, for doing another wonderful job tonight. And I want to say that, I had a wonderful time being back after such a long time back in the corner. We're going to be here next Saturday, like I said, same time, 8 o'clock. And we hope that you guys join us. Please share the live. Let your friends know that we are back. The winner out of TNT for 2025 with a political commentary, but in a more subtle manner. I like this guy's style. He's the kind of cool, collective, and dangerous commentator. He goes by the name of Helen France, and it says, "To whom it may be." So we're going to leave you with this one. He is the reigning monarch of TNT for 2025. And like I said, we're going to be hitting heavy on Kaiso 2025. Our season is right around the corner, and we're looking so forward to that. So until we meet again, right here in the corner, this is Papa saying good night.
The Calypso Monarch of 2025, ladies and gentlemen, with a total of 268 points. Song "To Whom It May Be," Helon Francis.
Is just for you. My intention was to give you this letter when election was true. But since Dr. Rowley was stepping down, I figured I couldn't wait. I'm reading it now. I'm reading it now. Before it's too late. Before it's too late. I hear people say the PNM wasting the nation's time. I hear people say go scrape every last dime, and some couldn't choose between bad and worse, so I had to write this plea for the next leader of this country, 'cause we need to see a nation full of success. We need a leader addicted to progress, someone people say bad politics slowing this nation down, and some people say implementation is where we does go wrong. But I say that they both are true, and that's what we need to see to fix our style of democracy. Some people say this moving world keeps on evolving, and some people say our infrastructure needs some upgrading. That's why I hope this letter you read for these issues to resolve, so sweetie auntie could start to evolve. 'Cause we need to see ministries that competent, information you'll get in 10 seconds, public servants who will answer the phone and give you advice with a pleasant tone. A bank run should take you the whole day. It's time we stop playing I what we was see.
I what we was see.
Most respectfully,
To whom this may be.
No matter the job, Michelle